Hello guys, so I want to say welcome back to my channel. I know it's been literally months since I've made a video. I've been going through a lot of stuff, same excuses every time. But I just haven't had anything to talk about. But recently during quarantine, there's not much to do. I'm sure everyone knows that. So I've been stuck in the house, and today I want to talk to you guys about modeling. Now, I've been doing modeling work for about 2 years now, and I've learned a lot about the system, a lot about, oh, sorry, I'm like sweating. So I've learned a lot about the modeling system, a lot about different agencies. I've learned how to get jobs, how to promote yourself on Instagram, and a lot of people that I meet and a lot of people on Instagram always ask me how I got into it, so here's the story. So how I first knew I wanted to model was my family. They always encouraged me to do it, even though I was too short to do a lot of runway modeling. Times have changed, obviously, so it's easy to do that kind of stuff now. And my mom always encouraged me to try print modeling. So me being short, it's really hard. Like, a lot of agencies will turn you down right away. So I had to find an alternative. So the first thing I did was research. If you want to start modeling, you need to do research. You need to look up what kind of places will want your look, what kind of, you have to realize what kind of look you do have, so when you apply for jobs, you know exactly what you're looking for and what the client is looking for. So the first thing I did was download a bunch of apps. Now, a lot of the apps you do have to pay for, but it is worth it. So I downloaded these two apps. They're the only ones I trust because it's the only ones that I've got jobs off of. And the first one is the best one that I've got most of my jobs off of, and it's called Backstage. Now you pay, I think it's like $25 a month or $25 for a yearly subscription, either one of those. And what they do is they post a bunch of modeling, acting, commercial, fitness modeling, all kinds of reality TV shows, anything that you're thinking of, they post about it. So basically, I downloaded that app, and what I did was you can filter your searches. So I filtered my searches for print modeling, runway modeling, fit modeling, acting, commercials, reality TV, and I did it within my region because, when you're first starting out, you don't want to pay a lot of money to travel. And when you first start out, you need to just apply for anything that's not paying you. Once you get into the modeling and you're more known, then that's when you only do jobs that pay, because you don't want to keep doing free jobs your whole life and get nowhere. So basically, what I did was the first step into modeling is actually going to be Instagram. So what I recommend for people to do is go to a local photographer. A lot of people are into photography now. Ask one of your friends to take pictures of you. You want these pictures to be very natural, but in very good quality. You can't be doing Snapchat selfies, stuff with a bunch of filters. Modeling agencies will turn you down right away when they see that. You want to see your full entire face, your full entire body, everything in full entirety. You don't want to do like side looks and off guards. You don't want that. You want straight on, full body, full face. They have to look very professional. I recommend going against a blank canvas, like a white wall or something like that, or going outside with someone with a camera, a nice camera. They can't be like pixelated pictures. They need to know exactly what you look like, so that way when you get there, they're not surprised, and they don't have to slap a bunch of makeup on your face to make you look like you do in the pictures. So once you do that, you're gonna put the pictures on your profile. So for Backstage, I put all my modeling pictures on my profile, and I've also, you're going to want to link your Instagram, and you're going to want to link any work you've done before. So on my Backstage profile, all of my modeling pictures that are on Instagram and all of the work I've done are linked in my bio on there. Because if they see that you have experience, then they're more likely to hire you. So this is how you get experience when first starting out. So one of the first things I ever did was music videos. So a lot of people in town, you know, they do rapping, singing, and a lot of people nowadays, you know, are the next up and coming rappers, whatever you want to call it, and they want people for their music videos. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to follow all your local famous, local rappers, local singers, and you're going to just be on the lookout. If they're posting about a music video, you need to right away DM them and be like, I want to be in the video. And you do your own hair and makeup for that kind of stuff because obviously they're not known people yet. And that's how you start off. Once you do the videos, you're going to want to link that in any profiles you have on any modeling websites. So that's how I started. A lot of local people contacted me, or I contacted them to be in their music videos. So a second thing, if you're first starting out, you're going to want to do photo shoots. Now, photo shoots can be with any photographer you find. Some people charge you, or if they're looking for models, you should, you know, have them pay you. So what I would do is all the local photographers I would DM, and they would have an idea of a shoot, and I would just do whatever they wanted me to do because it's their shoot. They can choose what they want, and then once you get a little known, you can start contacting them and paying them for what you want out of them. But a lot of these people gave me free photo shoots, and these pictures really helped me in the long run because they're what I use for my backstage profiles, my all casting profiles, my model manager profiles, all the profiles that I've had on any modeling websites. So you're going to want to do that. Then the next step is to follow modeling agencies. Now, if you're tall, this is better for you, but since I'm not, I don't really have a lot of luck with this. But you're not just going to want to go for the straightaway big name brands. You're just going to want to start small. So you're going to want to Google small modeling agencies near you or small modeling agencies in general. So once you do that, you're going to want to follow them and DM them your pictures and say, you know, you're interested in being the model. They'll either respond or they won't. This is how I got one of my jobs. So one of my first jobs I got a spread in a magazine called High Alliance Magazine. So I was looking up a lot of easy magazines to get into and stuff like that, and I just DM'd them and they responded and they would say, you know, we would love to do a page about your life. So being a model, it's not about just looking pretty. You have to have some kind of story to tell, whether you were bullied, whether you have self-confidence issues, anything you want to tell the world that's good in modeling, because they want a story behind the model. You can't just be, you know, looking pretty and that's all you have for you. You have to have, you know, you have to have some kind of life, you know. So then I contacted them, they did a little interview with me, and they actually used one of the pictures that I already had taken to use in their magazine. So that was pretty cool that I didn't have to do a photo shoot or anything like that, and I'm featured in their magazine, and that was one of my first jobs. So now on to Backstage. This is the app that I'm going to talk about the most because I also use all casting and model management to be in extras and music videos and stuff like that, but Backstage is the main one that I use because I trust it, and you can filter your search for whatever you're looking for. So one of my second jobs that I ever done was I did a music video. Now actually, the music video was posted on Backstage, and it was for this singer called Antoinette Ashton. It wasn't paid, but I did get to meet a lot of very famous people by doing this video. So how it happened was I applied to the job, and they emailed me because they seen my pictures, my profile, they wanted to use me. So I was just a background character, but it was no joke. I was there at the set from, let's say, like 9 a.m. till like 11 or 12 o'clock at night, and I actually brought my friend with me, and we both did it. But yeah, so you know, I had to wear what they wanted me to wear and stuff like that, and it was really fun. It was one of the most funnest videos I ever done. Now, since this was a free job, you know, you're thinking, oh well, you know, I'm not gonna get much out of this, what's the point? So here's the point. They had a release party for her music video. Now, she's a pretty well-known artist, so she's going to know a lot of people. And also the video is based in New York City, and you never know who you're going to see in New York City. So basically for this video, they had a release party, and I got to the release party. I dressed really nice. I brought my friends. There's actually a YouTube video on it somewhere out there. But yeah, so I went to the release party, and there's a DJ called DJ Booth. And there was a lot of famous DJs, a lot of dancers, stuff like that. So I got all their contact information so that if they wanted to use me for any of their jobs, that they could. And that's how you grow yourself as a network. So once you start doing things like that, then you meet this person, then you meet that person, and you get their contact information. You be very friendly. You have to be open, friendly, talk about anything. You have to be a very outgoing person. So you basically get, with all their information, and you just start off. So from knowing them, I've worked with a lot of people that were in that video. I made a lot of friends. Also, modeling is a really good way to make a lot of friends. And I was able to travel to New York City a lot more because I made these friends and I was able to visit them. And, it was better to do these modeling jobs and stuff when I knew that I would have friends where I'm going. So the next thing I would suggest is posting. Any job you do, you need to post on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, anything, Snapchat, anything you want. This is to show people that, you're serious, you actually book jobs, and anyone who sees that will want to book you again. So from doing the Antoinette Ashton video, a lot of other artists contacted me, and I was in a lot of other videos just because of doing that one thing. So it's about growing yourself. The next thing that I applied for was a fashion show. Now this was posted on Backstage, and I was just starting out, so it was not paid, but it was very good for me. I met a lot of people at that fashion show, and it was one of the most fun experiences that I ever had. This fashion show was for Luxe International. They're a brand, and they support all kinds of models. So, me being short, I was able to actually walk in a catwalk. So they had all different types of people from different races, different sizes, everything, any ethnicity, anything. So this show was a lot of fun, and I was able to get videos and pictures of me there, and it just shows that I am a hard worker and I do book jobs, and me being short, I can still do catwalk. So that was a good start for me starting into catwalk modeling. Now, after that, I booked a job from Backstage, and this was the biggest thing that I have ever done. Again, it was not paid, but it was seen by millions and millions and millions of people. This is what really made my career grow, per se. Not that I'm famous or anything, but it made my career grow. So I did this thing on 17 magazine, and this is actually how I started off my YouTube channel, because I never really thought about doing YouTube until doing this, because a lot of people had questions and a lot of people were really into me. So I did this thing called Bessie Picks Bae. It was for 17 magazine, and the baes on the show were actually famous, so that was really cool. So a lot of people noticed me. Now once this was released, I commented my Instagram. I kept checking the video and comment your Instagram on anything you can. Comment anything you're involved in, comment in your Instagram. And I got a lot more followers, and I was able to release a YouTube video explaining my experience on that show, and it got 21,000 views, and that's just crazy to me because I never thought that I would get that many views on YouTube. And I'm still trying to let my YouTube grow from that. I'm not as consistent, but I'll get there. Another thing that you want to do when you want to start modeling is Instagram modeling. That's the one thing that so many people do nowadays, is that they model for Instagram. So if you see those girls modeling like all the Fashion Nova clothes and stuff like that, you want to try to do that. So you want to have really good quality photos of you in clothing. Now, Fashion Nova has noticed me a couple times. A lot of clothing companies DM me, and they want me to wear their clothes. So once you start tagging the clothes you're wearing in your pictures, and it's a good quality picture, that's really good. So basically a bunch of people will comment or DM you and say, be an ambassador. And this is also a really good way to make money. So say you post, say my outfit is from, Fashion Nova, which I would probably never be an ambassador for them, but you never know. Say my whole outfit is from Fashion Nova. I tag them on the picture. They DM me and say, hey, tell your followers to use this code. So say I get a code called Lainey20. Someone uses that at their checkout, I get commission. So whatever percentage of commission that they get is, it's paying you. So that's one of the ways I make money through Instagram, is I post in clothing, and people buy the clothing, and then I make the commission. I make a percentage of whatever they buy. So that's a good way to also get into modeling. And then a lot of agencies will see that you've worked with clothing companies, and even if the picture is really good, a lot of the companies will post you on their website as like an example of an outfit. So that's another good way to do modeling. The third and final thing I'm going to talk about is scams. So when I was younger, I went to tons and tons and tons of agencies. Now I'm thinking that, oh my God, these people are so interested in me. This is crazy. I must be like that good. Like, I was just hyping myself up. But turns out most of them were honestly scams. So here's how you know if it's a scam. So if you apply for a modeling agency and they have you come in, usually they don't tell you right off the bat they don't tell you on the phone what they're looking for. They just say, oh, come in and we'll interview you. So I would go into these interviews and they would say, oh my God, we love you, we love your look, we love you, we love you, we love you, blah, 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 blah. You can do this, you can do that, we're going to make you big, we're going to put you here, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, it's guaranteed. And then they would ask for money. If an agency asks you for money, it is a scam. If they ask you to pay for a photo shoot or portfolio pictures, it is a scam. This is because the agency claims that they'll get you into this and get you into that, and they don't. They don't even try. They don't do anything. I mean, sometimes you'll get a job here and there, but it's not guaranteed. They just want your money. So one time when I was about 10 or 11, I went to this one agency. I don't remember the name of it, but they wanted me to pay I think it was $6,000, and they were going to take portfolio pictures of me, and then they were going to send me off on a vacation to meet a bunch of modeling agencies. Now, this was a scam because they wanted you to pay a bunch of money with no guarantee. If it was not a scam, they would not charge me for portfolio pictures, and they would just say, we want to work with you, and they would just start booking me jobs or sending my portfolio into jobs that needed people. These scamming, also, if it's a scam, they'll call you a million times. A real modeling agency, if you say no, they'll take it as no. A lot of the scamming people, they'll call you. They will not leave you alone. They'll call you, they'll text you, they'll call your parents. They will just harass the crap out of you, and you'll think oh, they just must really want me. No, they want your money. A lot of them, they claim that, and then on their websites they'll have success stories. And don't get me wrong, if you do pay for all these things, sometimes it works out for you, but most of the time it doesn't, and most of the time it's just a scam. And it's sad because a lot of agencies that claim that they're real agencies, they're just milking people for money. If they say, oh, well, we're going to you have to pay deposit for this and deposit for that, you have to pay for your own makeup, own hair, it's not true. If you're assigned to a real agency, then they will not ask you for a dime. They will want to work with you because they like your look and they know you'll book jobs. Now, if you do work with a real agency, they will probably ask for a percentage of what you make. So if they want you and they know you're going to book jobs, then they're going to say, we get this percent, you get that percent. Now, working with a real agency is very good because you're guaranteed to get a lot of jobs, and if it's a name brand agency, then they're gonna know what to book you for, and they're gonna try their hardest to book you in anything that they can. So that's why, if you do model and stuff, you can freelance. That's what I'm doing right now. I am not booked to any agencies whatsoever. I have been in contact with a few, but it turns out to be scams, of course. It's really hard to get an agency to sign you, but I'm still trying as it is. But yeah, that's the story. of everything. So I want to say to all the people trying to model out there that you can do it. It doesn't matter what you look like, how tall you are, your body, or anything. You just have to start applying for any job you can. And use these 3 apps: Backstage, All Casting, and Model Management. Those are the apps that are going to get you where you want to go. They're going to start you off with your freelancing stuff. They're going to make you money when you get, established. And yeah, and once you start mailing, DMing all the modeling agencies, if you have that look, they'll want to use you. So that's the video for today. I hope I answered all your guys' questions and I explained everything very well. If you guys have any other questions, you can comment down below, or you can follow me and DM me on Instagram. And also, I'm going to be posting a lot more, so get ready for that. Oh my god, I'm falling off the chair. Okay, I'm weird. Anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be back. Bye.